Good morning, Ma'am Chona. We are the representative of MK25 and we are here to ask you some advices and questions regarding the career path of a marketer. So, first, here's my first question. Um, so, how would you assess your experience in terms of entering marketing field and what steps do we need to take to become more qualified?
You're talking about my work experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Prior to joining LaSalle, I worked for 10 years in the corporate world. Um, my first job was in relation to customer service. So I learned actually marketing in the field because my undergrad was economics. So my first job was into marketing and it was related to customer service. So basically, if you want to be successful in marketing, you just have to be customer oriented. So you just have to listen to your customers, take a look at their needs, and try to meet them the best way as possible in any field.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Joy.
So, Ma'am, how should the marketing students know which or what path they should take?
Well, here in the university, prior to joining the corporate world, you are given your choices on what path do you want to take after graduation. So there are 3 tracks that we offer. I think soon in your 3rd year,
Yes,
you will be given the choice of, choosing what path you want to take. So first is of course the core, the one that we are supposed to specialize in is advertising. So if you want to enter the field of advertising, either as in creative or accounts, so you can take the path of advertising. You can have a specialization in advertising. However, when you talk about marketing, it's a very broad discipline. So you can also go into brand management. You can also go into retail. We also have retail. And then PR, you can do PR, public relations, as well as market research. But market research, I think, would be also applicable to those who would choose the specialization track of business analytics. So this is the second track that we offer. So business analytics. But business analytics can be applied across all the paths that I have mentioned. But I think the application would be more on market research. If you work in an advertising agency, probably time would not be. I mean, when you go to work, it's not probably that strict that you have to go 8 to 5, because probably their time would be flexi. But for other careers, I think time is of prime importance. So if here in the university you are late, but when you work already in the corporate world, it's going to be different because you will have sanctions from your HR if you are late for several times, and there will be suspensions as well. So that's it. The different types of people that you meet. I mean, you have to be more conscious with your time. And of course, the demands of the job. You will encounter probably different types of bosses. Likewise, with co-workers, there are also different types of superiors. So you will encounter good superiors, but even if you encounter not so good, you can also learn from them. I mean, the discipline that they will instill in you would be a good experience for you.
That's obvious. Thank you.
I'm the last question. Thank you for today. As a marketing student, we are studying here. Then previously you give so many suggestions to us about our career path after graduation. What's the suggestion, your professional suggestion right now for the student we are studying inside the school? What's the common or best way to learn here in the school book?
First, in your question on what is my suggestion and what
We like
practically-
to ask your advice about we are student right now inside the
Okay.
campus.
Right now, I
Yes,
think
Mama.
when you prepare for yourselves in the corporate world, the best that you do is you try to identify what is your interest. I think that would be best because if you want to, let's say, pursue a track, you don't pursue it because it's popular, but you pursue it because it's your passion, it's your interest. Because in that way, I think you will not have difficulty doing it
Yes, ma'am.
if you love doing it. But of course, if there are instances that you don't like it, you have to learn how to love it because that is your profession.
Okay, so we need to passion for our study right now. That's why you're saying come
Yes.
We did an interview with Ms. Shona Bautista, Marketing Head of the CPA Department for our seminar, Career Path of a Marketer. It is clear from what she has said that there are a lot of careers out there for the marketing students in the fields of business analytics, service management, and advertising.
So next, she also told us her experience right after graduation, where she meet a lot of people with different personalities and characteristics, neither good or bad, and it depends on ourselves on how we can handle it.
Each student has their own interests and passions that can lead them into their own chosen careers.